live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I am AOXander, UVRU. Thank you so much for coming in and watching us. Whether it's live or at some other point in the space-time continuum is irrelevant as view as a view. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. Today is, of course, Wednesday, Woden's Day. April 29th, 2026, and this show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with what? Where's my thing here? Hold on. Oh, I'm not even prepared. Give me one moment. There we go. Starting with 1091. Okay, there we go. Battle of Monte Levitium. Byzantium Emperor Alexius I defeated Pashtun force invading from the north. The other source says the Persians are defeated by Byzantine Emperor Alexios I Komnenos. Okay, 1429, Joan of Arc arrived at the siege of Orleans. So during the 100 Years' War, Joan of Arc, we all know about her and her ultimate sad fate. I think she got burnt at the stake. But she led the French forces, 16-year-old girl, donned in armor, leading armies. That she's remarkable. Orleans, everybody knows about New Orleans, or New Orleans, named after that city. 1483, Gran Canaria, the main island of the Canarian Islands, was conquered by the Kingdom of Castile. 1540, Emperor Charles declared all privileges of Ghent ended. What were the privileges and why were they ended? So let's do a surface level scratch of that article really quick here. Let's see here. Revolt of Ghent. Okay, so if anybody wants to, they can just see Revolts of Ghent. Did I spell that right? Whoops, hold on a second. Another space. There we go. Yeah, I did spell it right. So yeah, if anybody wants to, let us know in the comments section, interact, become part of the video, not just an audience member. And yeah, this link here that you see will be in the underbar description, the description below after the live stream, of course. I think, do we have a comment? No, what is lighting up? Why is this lighting up? Okay, that's strange. Okay. Anyway, what else do we got here? 1550. Emperor Charles V gave inquisitors additional authority. Okay, that doesn't sound good. 1553, Flemish women introduced the practice of starching linen into England. All right, so, and let's see, where is that? 1553, I'm way too far. Here it is. It says a Flemish woman, but it used to say Flemish woman or Flemish women. Aren't they, woman and women spelled the same? But one is, one and one is several. So, but at least, Flemish woman or women, they introduced the practice of starch. That's awesome. 1587, English naval officer Francis Drake sailed into Cadiz, Spain, and sunk the Spanish fleet, thereby, quote, singing the king of Spain's beard, end quote, singeing the king of Spain's beard, and delaying the Spanish invasion by a year. Delaying invasion by a year, wow. 1591, merchant traveler Ralph Fitch returned to England after a journey of 8 years, including the first extensive exploration of India and Southeast Asia by an English person. So wow, so yeah, they're intermingling, they're figuring things out, all stuff. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Golden Loon here.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? 15, we got that one. 1623, 11 Dutch ships departed for the conquest of Peru. So watch out, Peru. Oh,
Conquest. Wow, yeah. That's serious stuff.
South America. The Dutch, the Netherlands, they had New Amsterdam, which became New York.
Yeah.
So they had colonial interests. Spain did, England, France, Italy. They all did, all Europeans.
Yeah.
1639, you can throw that away if you want. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan founded his new capital city. Oh, goodness. Let's see. This was 1639. Yeah. Shahjahanabad. Modern Old Delhi. Not New Delhi, but the Old Delhi.
Wow.
Now, don't go to the Old Delhi. They don't even slice their ham over there. So.
4 knives.
Yeah. 1644, farm leader Li Jinqing became emperor of China and fled Peking. Well, that's not a good move, for an emperor. I'm emperor, let's run, That's not good. 1701, Drenthe, Netherlands adopted the Gregorian calendar. Tomorrow is May 12th, 1701. Can you imagine going from April 29th to May 12th? That's a mind fuck there. Why can't I keep up? Here we go. 1707, English and Scottish parliaments accepted the Act of Union, creating the United Kingdom of Great Britain, coming into being the May 1st. So happy birthday, United Kingdom, of Great Britain. Well, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Scotland, but then later it would become Great Britain, Scotland, and Ireland, and then they receded a bit, but they still own like a little part of the island.
Well, that's still considered Great Britain over there.
Yeah, well,
the whole thing.
Well, even if it's just Scotland and England, it's still Great Britain because this is how it was formed. It was, English and Scottish parliaments. So yeah. 1715, English astronomer John Flamsteed observed Uranus for the 6th time. Why is he staring at the butt of the stars? You freaking, pervert. 1751, New York Gazette and Post Boy carried the first public report of a cricket match played in America. New York 11th versus London 11th on the site of what is today the Fulton Fish Market in Manhattan, New York City. I had to hit you. I had to.
Man.
1769, Scottish engineer James Watt's patent for a steam engine with a separate condenser was enrolled, patent 913. And wait a minute, this is the New York Gazette. We spoke about this. So, what is that? Did I not get an image of that? I guess I didn't. Whatever.
What was the stars, though? Was that the Uranus?
No, this is something else. Like a galaxy is discovered. We'll get to that in a moment. Man, I wish I could remember when and where I have images. Like, there's too much in the background.
Too many, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, this is an image of the patent of that steam engine. So, I remember looking for it, while looking for stuff for the thumbnail, and I wasn't sure if I had a picture of it or not. 1770, James Cook arrived in Australia at Botany Bay, which he named. So this is when Botany Bay. Well, it's not on the main source, it's on the other source for my phone. The link to that, if you guys are interested, by the way, you want a history source on your phone, it's in the underbar. There's 2 sources, actually. 1781, during the American Revolution, British and French ships clashed in the Battle of Fort Royal off the coast of Martinique. Okay. So, 1793, cornerstone was laid for Groningen's new town hall in the Netherlands. That's what this is. So, for that building right there. Yeah. That's a cool looking building. Yeah. What else do we got here? 1813, the first U.S. rubber patented was granted to Jacob F. Hummel. So, rubber. So, yeah, it's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do that. Why do I keep opening it another tab when I already have a tab in the
rubber? Everything's synthetic now.
Yeah. But what is this right here? Come on.
Rubber used to be really important.
Yeah. In 1813, J.F. Hummel patented rubber. Christopher Columbus was the first European to discover rubber. Huh. I guess that makes sense. The rubber trees, out in the Caribbean and everything. Rubber-soled shoes were first introduced to the U.S. in the 1820s. Charles Goodyear felt divinely called to discover ways to best use rubber, and then developed rubber to its current form with vulcanization.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah. 2 centuries ago, 1826, the galaxy Centaurus A, or NGC 5128, was discovered by James Dunlop. So this galaxy, I believe, or it might just be a computer-generated image of this, but that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. 1834, Charles Darwin's expedition saw the top of the Andes Mountains from Patagonia. Dang.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in 1834 now. Yeah, here we go. 1845, Macon B. Allen and Robert Morris Jr. were the first black Stadians to open a law practice in the U.S. Excellent job. Nice.
Yeah.
1852, first edition of Peter Rudgett's The Source, published in Great Britain. I do not have an image of that, so it's just just a dictionary. So, 1853, Comet C 1853 G1 Schweizer approached within 0.0839 AUs, or astronomical units of Earth. An astronomical unit, of course, being the distance from the Sun to Earth. That's 1 astronomical unit.
Okay.
So this was like 0.08. So what is that? That's hundredths, right? Tens, hundreds.
0.0.
Yeah, we have the 10, 100, and then 1,000.
Yeah.
Correct. So
0.04 is 400ths.
0.4 is 0.
Is it 0.04 you said?
It's 0.08.
0.08 800ths.
Yeah. So 800ths of an AU. So it was closer to us than the sun. So
yeah.
And we actually there is a very alarming article later on about a 3-mile wide asteroid almost hitting the Earth or something crazy. So, yeah. 1854, Ashman Institute, later Lincoln University in Hinsonville, Pennsylvania, received its charter from Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, making it the first degree granting black college in the U.S. Nice. 1857, U.S. Army Pacific Division HQ permanently formed at Presidio in San Francisco. Presidio, thank you. 1861, Maryland's House of Delegates voted against seceding from the Union during the U.S. Civil War, so they wanted to stay with the Union, Maryland. Thank God, because that's where D.C.'s at. Could you imagine how fucked we would have been if they, Virginia seceded? That's right on the other side of the Potomac. If Maryland seceded, we would have been fucked. Like,
it would have been a tough go.
Well, no, because then they're landlocked. There's nowhere to go. Washington D.C. Its land borders are with Maryland.
Yeah.
Yikes. What else do we got here? 1861, Maryland's House of Delegates. We got that one. 1862, 100,000 federal troops prepared to march into Corinth, Mississippi. So that's Civil War.
Yeah.
That's a lot of troops there.
A lot of mound power.
Yeah. 1864, Battle of Gatepa or Pukehanina. You read it better.
No.
It's Pukehanina. 1,700 British troops suffered their worst defeat of the New Zealand Wars at the hands of 230 entrenched Maori warriors in Tararua.
Did you say Pookie? Okay, continue.
1,700 troops were defeated by 230.
Whoa, what?
1,700 British troops suffered their worst defeats in New Zealand wars at the hands of 230 entrenched Maori warriors.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, when you're defending, Yeah. 1872, Jesse James gang robbed a bank of $1,500 in Columbia, Kentucky, killing bank employee Robert A.C. Martin during the crime. Yikes. I'm just wondering, though, what would 1,500 be from 1872 to today? So let's see, 1872, 1,500, 2026.
30,000.
30,000. That's your final bet.
Yeah.
26,000. No, that's not 26. Oh, where is it? Why is it not telling me? No, it's telling me $1. Come on, there we go. Continue. Calculate. There we go. $40,599.96. So you're close. You are a genius when it comes to economic. You really are. You blow my mind, dude. Like, it's crazy. 1882, the Elektromort, forerunner of the trolley bus, was tested by Werner von Siemens in Berlin, and that's this thing, the very first public transit. Well, aside from trains, I think trains were around by 1882.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but at least vehicle transit bus, forerunner of the trolley bus. That's cool. 1886, the first public Dutch electricity service began. That's cool. 92, Charlie Riley is baseball's first pinch hitter.
Huh.
That's cool. Oh yeah, Charlie Riley becomes one of baseball's first pinch hitters. They changed it again. Son of a gun. 1894, the 500-strong Commonwealth of Christ, Coxey's army arrived in Washington, D.C. to protest against unemployment. Coxey was arrested for trespassing at the Capitol. I don't think... How can you get arrested for trespassing on public land? That makes no sense. It's the Capitol, but anything government is technically public land.
No.
No?
So what you're saying, in theory, is you can go in and see how the president's sleeping tonight. That's public land.
Not necessarily.
You're not going to get in. That's right.
Well, true. 1901, anti-Semitic riot in Budapest. What's going on here? 1902, Congress extended the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, prohibiting immigration of Chinese laborers from territories to the mainland, a rule clearly aimed at the Chinese in the Philippines. So, that's good. Wait, no, not good. They extended. That's not good. Never mind. I thought it said prohibited. Or ended. Never mind. That's bad. That's terrible. 1903, limestone slide at Turtle Mountain dropped 30 billion cubic meters, or 82 million tons, onto town of Frank, Alberta, Canada, killing 70 to 90 residents. Ooh, that's terrible.
Jeez.
Yikes. Don't live under mountains, kids.
Limestone.
Yeah. Limestone slide. 1905, 2 inches of rain fell in 10 minutes in Taylor, Texas. I've been not through something like that, but I've been through a downpour in Texas once. Like, it was really coming down enough that I legitimately, like, not even being funny, I could have, like, shampooed myself and taken a shower in the front yard. Remember when I went down to Houston for a couple weeks? Yeah. Way back when I was young. 1910, the Parliament of the United Kingdom passed the People's Budget, the first budget in British history, with the express intent of redistributing wealth among the British public. That sounds kind of communistic to me, does it not? Like, I mean, I guess redistributing it from the rulers, or I don't know. It just sounds a little commie to me. 1911, Tsinghua University, one of mainland China's leading universities, was founded. All right. 1 year after that, we have 108 degrees Fahrenheit, or 42 Celsius, in Tuguegarao in the Philippines, Oceania record for the whole region. Wow. That's hot. 108? Oh.
Yeah.
1916, Irish Republicans abandoned the post office in Dublin and surrendered unconditionally, marking the end of the Easter Rising. Yeah, we've been talking about the Easter Rising the past couple of days. 1916 as well, during World War I, the UK's 6th Indian Division surrendered to Ottoman forces at the Siege of Kut, in one of the largest surrenders of British forces up to that point. And I want to know how many surrendered. I'm going to do a surface load. This is from our other source, by the way. So Siege of Kut. All right. Let's see here. Yada yada. Prelude of the siege. Where's the surrender? Battle of Wadi. Siege. Later efforts. Okay, well, this tells the whole thing. So there we go, surrender. British. It's not telling me. This is Cossacks. Who are the Cossacks?
I know that. I can't answer it, but I know the name.
Persia. That's Ottoman. So those are the bad guys, or at least the Central Powers. Okay, here we go. It says around 13,000 Allied soldiers survived and be made prisoners after the siege of 147 days, if that's even the answer to my question. If anybody wants to, Siege of Kut, you can wait for this link, or you can look up things yourself and tell us in the underbar, in the comment section, what you find. 1918, Trish Speaker tied career outfield record of 4 unassisted double plays.
Whoa.
That sounds impressive.
Yeah.
1920, Duke Kahanamoku won his 2nd gold medal of the day in the winning U.S. 4x200 meter freestyle relay team, with Perry McGillivray, Pua Kurihuna, and Norman Ross in world record 10 minutes and 4.4 seconds.
Now, do you know what 4x200 means?
Nope.
4x200?
Nope.
That means there's 4 on the team.
Okay.
It's a relay.
Oh, are they like passing the baton thing? Like.
Yeah, well, they touch, and then the next one dives in.
One of those. Okay.
And they're going 200 meters. 4x200.
Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. 1922, first official International Weightlifting Federation Championship in Tallinn, Estonia. Okay, so Estonia is where. I mean, is this the first, is this the first International Weightlifting Federation Championship ever? Or is this the first one held in Tallinn? English is a bitch of a language.
Yeah. They can leave you hanging.
Yeah. So, once again, let us know, 1 century ago, in 1926, France and the U.S. reached an accord on repayment of World War I. Yeah, well, France and U.S., I guess they were repaying us or something for, our help.
Of repayment, yeah, well, France
and the U.S. reached accord. If it was over Germany, Germany should have a seat in there. So it has to be...
Well, it would be cost. Now, why would France be... Well, we...
I mean, even during... I do know that in World War II, the Lend-Lease program, we lended, a lot of our, equipment and everything that we didn't just give things to the Allies. Right. We gave it to them for them to pay back later after the war.
That's probably what this is with France, because we freed France, right? They were captured.
No. World War I, no. They
did not. They tried.
They tried.
But they didn't.
No, that's why Hitler did his blitzkrieg during World War II, because that would be a war of attrition, and Germany was not ready for that.
And that's why he, I believe, that's why he decided to go into Russia, because he conquered France in like 2 weeks
Well, he went in because
in World War II.
Yeah, Hitler with Operation Barbarossa. Like, I think you may have a point with that, but I think it was mainly over the Baltic states because when they initially agreed to split Poland before all this mess started, but during it, the Baltic states of Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, both Hitler and Stalin were salivating about them, and I don't think they would have been able to make an agreement on those anymore, even though they were like because the Soviet Union was not part of the Axis powers, but they were kind of like Spain. Like, they were there, but they were fighting their own thing with Japan and everything. Spain was neutral. They had already had their own civil war and everything with Francisco Franco. But yeah, I think it was the whole thing with that. The invasion of Russia was to beat Stalin to the punch over the Baltic states.
Yes, I agree.
So,
what I'm saying is he justified it. He's well, if we can beat France in 2 weeks, we can take Russia.
Yeah, and also because Russia
3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know.
Well, it's not just that. It was that at the time, as I mentioned earlier, Russia was already fighting Japan, so most of their forces were over on the east. You know, because when Barbarossa happened, there was a whole holy shit. They moved a lot of stuff across the entirety of Russia from the east to the west to reinforce and everything, and then Stalingrad happened. So, what else we got here? 1927. We're not there yet. Construction of Spirits of St. Louis, the monoplane which Charles Lindbergh used to fly across the Atlantic, was completed. I thought about putting this in the thumbnail.
That was the Spruce Goose, right?
No, Spirit of St. Louis.
Okay.
Spruce Goose is
that big thing.
Spruce Goose. What's his face? Help me.
Hughes.
Thank you, Hughes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Why is it not telling me images? Come on. Dude, you gave me an image about this earlier. What the fuck? There you go. What the hell was that? But no, I was thinking about maybe using this image, but I don't want to put a Nazi supporter in my thumbnail. Yeah, people don't realize Charles Lindbergh was a Nazi sympathizer, and he hated Jews. So he's not an American hero, that's for sure. Not in my book.
They sure swept that part under the rug, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna show you so that way I'm not full of shit. Charles Lindbergh, spelled that wrong, Nazi supporter. So, how Charles Lindbergh's Nazi associations ruined him. Yeah, So, pushing bigoted conspiracies to keep United States from fighting Hitler. Yeah, like he was trying to use a celebrity. I think he even said something about joining on Germany's side at one point. So, look into that, guys out there. Look into that. 1930, 123 runs are scored in 7 major league games. Wow.
How many?
123 runs are scored in 7. So 1, 2, 3, and 7.
Yeah.
Yikes. 30s, well, North Sea floodgate at Imogen, the biggest in the world, was officially opened. I wonder if it's still the biggest in the world. But let's get an image search of this thing here. Why are you not giving me image searches? Okay, now you're not doing that. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to see anything. What else do we got here? 30, telephone connection, Britain, Australia went into service. Wow. Britain to Australia. That's like going halfway around the whole world. 32.
That's laying a lot of cable.
Yeah. 32, the first broadcast of One Man's Family on NBC Radio, the longest-running dramatic serial on U.S. radio. It ultimately ended in 1959. So 32 from now until 59 here. Oh, that's crazy.
28 years.
Yeah. 34, Pittsburgh was the last Major League Baseball city to play a home game on a Sunday as the Pirates hosted the Cincinnati Reds. 36, the first pro baseball game in Japan was played by Nagoya, defeating Daiya Tokyo 8-5. 1 year later, symbolic golden rivet completing the Golden Gate Bridge connecting San Francisco and Marin County was driven, later replaced with a more structurally sound steel version. So they actually did put a gold rivet in there, symbolically.
Yeah.
But then they just replaced it with steel. That would make sense. I don't want...
They want it stronger.
Well, yeah, gold
they
is...
want a loose link, as they say.
Yeah, well, gold is malleable. Link. Yeah, isn't gold malleable and all that? It's not a strong
soft.
metal.
No.
Yeah.
It's soft.
Yeah. 1940, first radio broadcast of Young Dr. Malone on CBS. Does that ring any bells or anything? Young Dr. Malone? Name?
No.
42, Japanese troop marched into Lashio, cutting off Burma Road. Here we go again. Troop, Japanese troop. One? Or do you mean to put an S at there? Japanese troop. One guy. One guy with it. Good luck.
Good luck, troop.
Yeah.
Come on, troop.
42, Jews were forced to wear a Jewish star in the Netherlands and Vichy, France. We covered that yesterday somewhere else. I think it was maybe the Netherlands as well. But yeah, Vichy, France being southern France, being a puppet state, while the northern part was occupied by Germany, of course. This is disgusting. Oh, and I already showcased yesterday, all those Jewish stars, so I don't need to do it again today. 43, milk strikes against forced labor during the Second World War began in the Netherlands, the largest strike in Dutch history. This is from my other source, but this is an image of that strike. So they're just like the Boston Tea Party. They're like, oh, fuck you,
I've seen that before.
You've seen this?
Yeah.
Pouring
milk out.
I think I might have too. I'm not sure. But I'm going to image search. There's other images here that were contenders for the thumbnail. Let me bigger this. Like this one. They have a monument here. They have a milk jug pouring out things. That looks really cool to go and visit and everything. Here's some more pictures of them dumping out milk.
It's hard to figure out what that is, though.
Yeah.
In a thumbnail.
Oh.
It looks like a rocket taking off or something.
You know what it looks like? It looks like somebody was trying to deep fry a turkey and it went wrong during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It took off. Oh no! Warn the neighbors. 1944, raid by Dutch resistance on the National Printing Office in The Hague, or Hague, whatever, to procure 100,000 Dutch identity cards. Huh. Okay. 1944, during World War II, New Zealand-born SOE agent Nancy Wake, a leading figure in the French resistance and the Gestapo's most wanted person, parachuted back into France to be a liaison between London and the local Maquis group. So not only are they the Gestapo's most wanted person, but they went back into behind enemy lines to act as a correspondent. Oh my god, the badasses that they had. Remember the Polish guy who willingly put himself into Auschwitz to spy on the Germans from Auschwitz. From Auschwitz! Holy fuck, dude!
That's some cojones with that.
And speaking of cojones, here's another one. 1945, conscientious objector Desmond Doss saved 75 wounded soldiers in the Battle of Okinawa at Hacksaw Ridge, later depicted in the Oscar-winning film Hacksaw Ridge. So here's Desmond Doss. This is, this one here is when he's older, but this is what he would have looked like at around that time. And here's the movie and everything. But dude, a conscientious objector, you know what that is, right? What is it?
Someone that, from their beliefs, refuses to generally join the army or fight or whatever.
Well, not necessarily you not join the army, but yeah, you're mostly right. At least with Desmond Doss here, he joined.
Generally use it.
Yes.
That is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, well yeah, to not get drafted and everything. Yeah, I'm a conscientious objector. Well, no, Desmond Doss joined the army. He signed up.
Right,
but,
obviously.
But he would. Well, I mean, there was a draft back then, right? Or was there a draft in World War II?
I don't know. I don't think they needed one, but they may have had one.
But anyway, he joined up. He signed up, but he was a conscientious. So he refused to fire a shot, even in training. He never held a rifle, never any of that.
Right.
And he was he got under the threat of court-martial and execution by insubordination and everything. His life was a threat by his own COs. But they still somehow. I haven't seen the movie, so I gotta see it to see how he got through all that. But he ended up, out there on Battle of Okinawa and everything, and he saved those people and everything. Never fired a shot in anger, but saved a bunch of lives. So remarkable. Desmond Doss. So 1945 as well. First food dropped by RAF above Nazi-occupied Holland during Operation Mana. Other source says airdrops of food began over German-occupied regions of the Netherlands. So yeah, Netherlands are in Holland, and I think 45 or Holland's in the Netherlands, one of those two. I think Holland's in the Netherlands. Yeah,
they're in the same region.
Yeah, 45 German armies in Italy signed an unconditional surrender to the Western Allies to be carried out on May 2nd. The Italian commune of this is something else. This is something else. I'll just read it anyway, though. The Italian commune of Fornovo di Taro was liberated from German forces by Brazilian forces. Brazilian forces in Italy. They went all over the world. But yeah, no, going back to the whole unconditional surrender thing. So that's German armies in Italy. So that's Italy. So that's not Germany. That's just the German backup that were down there. Because remember what's his face, Benito Mussolini, was killed yesterday.
Yes.
So
yes.
45 as well. U.S. Army liberated 31,601 people from the Dachau Nazi concentration camp in Germany.
31,000.
31,601.
That's the ones that survived.
Yes. So. Once again, and I showed you the scene from Band of Brothers, where they found the concentration camp. I would recommend, watch the whole series. It's a great series, Band of Brothers. But the internment camp one, that's 45 as well. During World War II, Führer bunker, Adolf Hitler married his longtime partner Eva Braun in a Berlin bunker and designated Admiral Karl Donitz as his successor. Hitler and Braun both committed self-deletion the following day. So, kind of wild. The Desmond Doss thing was on the same date as what I just said. This is all 45. So the day Desmond Doss saved those 75 people was the last day Hitler was going to be alive. I never correlated the two. That's wild.
I never heard of Desmond Doss before.
Yeah, very few people have. He's a war hero, man. What else do we got here? Got that one. 1945 as well. During World War II, HMS Goodall K-479 was torpedoed by U-286 outside of Kohala Inlet, becoming the last Royal Navy ship to be sunk in the European theater of World War II. Notice how it said European theater.
Yeah.
Because there were British ships out in the Japanese theater.
Yeah.
So. 1946, 28 former Japanese leaders were indicted in Tokyo as war criminals. Yep. We also have the International Military Tribunal for the Far East. This is the same thing. The International Military Tribunal for the Far East convened and indicted former Prime Minister of Japan Hideki Tojo and 28 former Japanese leaders of war crimes. So the primary source just says 28. It doesn't even mention Tojo. Otherwise, it would have been 29. Because this is Tojo and 28 others.
Oh, okay.
Right here
So
it says.
It should have been just 29, yeah.
Yeah, it should have been 29.
Including Tojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if they're trying to wipe him from the article. That's weird.
A weird way of putting it.
51. China seized the assets of the Asiatic Petroleum Company, a joint venture between the Shell and Royal Dutch Oil Companies, in retaliation for the Hong Kong government's how do you pronounce this word? What is this? 1951. Let's show you this word. Requisitioning. Wow. Of the tanker Young Hao. I know the word. I just never. I've never seen it written down.
Yeah.
51. Tibetan delegates arrived in Beijing and signed a 17-point agreement for Chinese sovereignty and Tibetan autonomy. Okay. 53 as well. Milwaukee Braves Joe Adcock was the first to homer in the New York's Polo Grounds center field bleachers. Yeah. We also had the first U.S. experimental 3D TV broadcast, showed an episode of Space Patrol on the Los Angeles ABC affiliate KECA-TV. All right. Awesome. What else do we got here? 1957, the first military nuclear power plant dedicated at Fort Belvoir in Virginia. 61, ABC's Wild World of Sports debuted. Yeah. 65, Australian government announced it would send troops to Vietnam. So Australia is involved in Vietnam.
Jeez.
I had no idea.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody's been in there.
Yeah. France, U.S., Australia. I mean, is Vietnam becoming the world's doorknob? Everybody gets a turn? What the fuck?
Domino effect.
Hold on a second. Where is it? Here we go. Should I push the communist button?
Don't do it. It's a domino effect.
It's a communist button.
Oh, no.
1965, Malta became the 18th member of the Council of Europe. All right. Audio level is better. 5% more would be perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Sir Wired. We just got to get it, because if we had the microphone over here,
where it needs to be.
Yeah, and it's falling here. We just need a floor-mounted boom. That's all, really. We'll make it work. So. Where were we, though? 1965, Malta became the 18th member of the Council of Europe. 65 as well, Pakistan Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission, SUPARCO, SUPARCO, successfully launched its 7th rocket in its Ryber series. Okay, so Pakistan has a space program. I had no idea.
No.
Huh. Well, I mean, they have a nuclear...
65? My goodness.
Well, I mean, Pakistan has a nuclear program,
Yes.
so of course they have to have a
They're
space
nuclear.
program. Yeah.
Not
but
a program. They have nuclear.
Yeah, no, they have a nuclear program, but what about delivery? They have to have space.
Yeah.
You know, so that makes sense. 67, Aretha Franklin released her single R-E-S-P-E-C-T,
Yeah.
written by Otis Redding, Billboard Song of the Year 1967. Yeah, good song.
Yeah.
So. We also have, after refusing induction in the United States Army the previous day, Muhammad Ali was stripped of his boxing title. Yeah, we
talked about that.
Covered that, yeah. Galt McDermott, 1968, Jerome Ragney, and James Rado's hippie musical Hair opened at Biltmore Theater in New York City, running for 1,750 performances.
I saw that play in L.A.
Nice.
They brought it out to L.A.
Yeah. So the other source, the controversial musical Hair, a product of the hippie counterculture and sexual revolution of the 60s, opened at the Biltmore Theater on Broadway, with some of its songs becoming anthems of the anti-Vietnam War movements.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1907.
Give me a head with hair.
Yeah. 1970, U.S. and South Vietnamese forces launched an incursion into Cambodia, expanding the Vietnam War. So yeah, to hunt the Viet Cong. 74, U.S. President Richard I am not a crook Nixon said he will release edited tapes made in the White House. So yeah, he announced the release of the edited transcripts of White House tape recordings relating to the scandal, the missing 18 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
So we also have 75, Charles McMahon and Darwin Judge were the last two United States servicemen killed in Vietnam during the Vietnam War.
Wow.
So may you rest in peace, but you know, at least they're the last. So 75, Ethiopia nationalized all land, right here. We also have Vietnam War. U.S. began to evacuate its citizens from Saigon in Operation Frequent Wind in response to advancing North Vietnamese forces, bringing an end to U.S. involvement in the war.
Yeah.
Yep, the other source says Operation Frequent Wind, the U.S. began to evacuate U.S. citizens from Saigon before an expected North Vietnamese takeover, and U.S. involvement in the war came to an end.
I did lose a friend in that war.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
76, and yeah, like we did go to the memorial. Did you see his name on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or I saw it in the book.
Ah.
And it tells you where to go on the wall, but I didn't go.
Okay. 76, Minister Irene Vorink began fluoriding Dutch drinking water. Here we go. With the fluoridation. Yeah, to calcify our pineal gland and make us more, subservient and all that jazz, yada yada. 77, British aerospace forms. All right. 1981, MLB Philadelphia. Actually, I just realized we once again I forgot about Loon's time.
Don't worry about that.
I just want to see. Oh, it was 46.
Yeah.
It was the. Oh no, I know it was 46. But remember the Japanese war criminals we were talking about, the whole Tojo thing?
Yeah.
That was Loon's time. That was 46. So I just want to mention it. Like. Where were we though? We got the Vietnam, we got that one. 81, MLB Philadelphia Phillies. Steve Carlton was the first lefty to strike out 300 batters.
Wow. Yeah,
Nice.
Great picture.
Yeah.
Not as good as Koufax.
No. But nobody's going to be as good as Nolan Ryan.
You get an argument from me.
True. Well, I don't know. 82, U.S. Mafia hitman Richard Kuglasinski murdered pharmacist Paul Hoffman by beating him with a tire iron. Wow. I mean, that's very Mafia. So, yeah. 85, New York Yankees fired manager Yogi Berra 16 games into the season, despite assurance from owner George Steinbrenner that he would be kept for the whole season. Billy Martin was named as a replacement. Huh.
Yep.
I wonder why. What was going on? Why did they fire Yogi Berra?
I can't remember the reason, but Billy Martin was fired many times.
Like, wasn't he like the skinny guy with the mustache? Was that Billy Martin?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the guy looks like a Q-tip. 1985, Tony Tubbs defeated defending champion Greg Page by unanimous decision in 15 rounds at Memorial Auditorium, Buffalo, for WBA heavyweight boxing title. Nice. 86, 800,000 books were destroyed by a fire in Los Angeles Central Library. 800,000 books.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
I didn't remember that.
Yikes. What a loss. What a loss. The other source, though, says a fire in the Central Library of the City of Los Angeles Public Library damaged or destroyed 400,000 books and other items. So, still, 400,000, that's still a lot. 800,000 other items, like, it's horrible. So, 86, Boston Red Sox pitcher Roger Clemens struck out 20 Seattle Mariners. Dang.
20.
Yeah.
It's only 27 outs in a game.
Well, then he did 20 out of 27. A6, Chernobyl disaster. U.S. and European spy satellites captured the ruins of the fourth reactor at the Chernobyl power plant. There's no hiding from us now, Ruskies. We also have the United States Navy aircraft carrier USS Enterprise became the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier to transit the Suez Canal, navigating from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea to relieve the USS Coral Sea. So, another ship.
Yeah.
All right. A7, AO's time. Hey, AO's time. Chicago Cub Andre Dawson hit for the line. Oh, the cycle.
Yeah.
I did it again. We also have Baltimore Orioles in 1988 ended their record 21-game losing streak by beating the White Sox 9-0. That's a good way to end it, by wiping them clean.
Yeah.
So, other source says Orioles defeated White Sox 9-0 for first in 1988, for first win after 21 losses. So that's a lot. 1990, Dan Quinsonberry, all-time American League save king of 238, announced his retirement. 90s, Wrecking Cranes began tearing down the Berlin Wall at the Brandenburg Gate. Good, yeah.
I remember that.
I've seen the pieces of Berlin Wall here and there. There's one in the Nixon Library. So we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to go and we did the communist button.
Yeah.
We also have 1991 cyclones struck the Shenagang district in Bangladesh, killing 139,000 people and leaving 10 million homeless. Fuck. The other source says, cyclone struck the Shenagang district of southeastern Bangladesh with winds of around 155 miles per hour or 249 kilometers an hour, killing at least 138,000 people and leaving as many as 10 million homeless. Well, I already said that, 10 million homeless, yeah.
Funny they have a different name over there. We have hurricane, they have
Well,
cyclone.
well, it depends on the ocean for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like remember we had out here in the west we had Tropical Storm Hillary.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. A cyclone, a tropical storm, and a hurricane are the same exact phenomena. They're only dictated by what
degree.
region of the world they're at.
No.
No, I thought it was dictated by region. It's called a hurricane in the Atlantic, and it's
Yes.
called a tropical storm in the Pacific. Hold on, let's look this up here really quick. What's the difference? The difference between a hurricane and a cyclone?
Oh no, there is no difference.
Well, then what are we talking about then?
We're talking about a tropical storm.
It's the same thing.
That's where I differ. I think that's
Hold on a second.
that's
here we
wind
go.
speed.
Oh, okay. Well, this is not even saying tropical storm.
But hurricane and cyclone, they're the exact same thing.
Also typhoon.
Oh, that's right, typhoon. It's a cyclone and a typhoon. No. Now I'm all screwed up.
You're screwing me up. No. Let's move on. If anybody wants to
Yes,
answer that in the
please.
comments, please let us know. We have any more comments here? Let me check Rumble. Nope. All right, moving on up. What else do we got here? 1991, earthquake in Georgia killed 100 people. Secondary source says the 7.0 MW Raqqa earthquake affected Georgia with a maximum MSK intensity of 9, destructive, killing 270 people. Now, Georgia, the country, not the state in the United States, the country of Georgia. Yeah, 1991, Raqqa, Georgia. Is it Raqqa? Yeah, the country of Georgia.
Okay.
So,
I immediately thought the state.
well, see, the reason why I
I didn't even know there was earthquakes down there.
Well, yeah, no, we're not talking about the state.
I know.
Yeah, so, but no, the only reason why I even know that there's a country of Georgia is during the Winter Olympics many years ago, the Georgian team, remember their bobsled ate shit and a couple of them died or something, one of them got decapitated or something, something crazy. So, yeah, and that's just the Georgian team from the state of Georgia. What? I thought wouldn't they be the U.S. team? The country of Georgia. There's a country of Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's how I figured it out back then.
Okay.
So yeah. 92, jury acquitted Los Angeles Police Department officers on charges of excessive force in the beating of Rodney King. The decision sparked massive riots in the city. Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Over the next 3 days, according to the other source, 63 people were killed and hundreds of buildings were destroyed. It's fucking hell, dude. Yeah. A certain group of our population always just burns everything to the ground. Time and time again. 92, voting ended on choice of Elvis Presley postage stamp, but which one? Which one won? Like,
Good question.
Yeah, I want to know.
I don't think there is one, so I don't think it...
It's not giving me an image here, so... the Elvis stamp, America elects a king. America elects... That's a horrible thing to... I am not a human. I am a human. I guess these made it? Alright, no. This was your two options. So your choice is A or B, so which one of these two was a choice, but which one won? It's not telling me.
So there was an Elvis stamp.
Oh yeah, no, voting ended on the choice of Elvis Presley. Which one do you want?
That was a choice of yay or nay.
No, like, there's going to be an Elvis stamp period, but which one do you want?
It's got to be A.
I don't know. It's not telling me here really quick. We
got kind of weird.
Yeah, we got to keep on going. 94, ferry boat smashed into Mombasa Harbor, Kenya, killing over 300 people. Yikes. That area of the world, like, they always overload their ferries. And there's this small rinky-dink ferry, like 500 people died. Why? Well, because they overload it with 4 times the amount that it's supposed to carry, and then they wonder why it sank. Because buoyancy is a thing, dude. Like,
remember the comedian? Don't you have a clicker?
Oh yeah, clicker. Where's that from? Don't you have a clicker?
Yeah.
This is bothering me now.
Oh,
wait, was that Brian Regan?
No,
or something?
no. That's what's his name, the heavy guy.
Jean Pinette?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know was who the comedian was. 94, Israel and the people, or the Palestine Liberation PLO, right? Palestine Liberation Organization.
PLO,
Yeah. Signed an economic accord. All right.
Yeah.
We also have the last day of voting.
Didn't do much.
Yeah. That was the one with Yasser Arafat, right?
Yeah.
94 as well, we have the last day of voting in the first multiracial elections in South Africa. All right, the ending of apartheid.
There we go.
So, yeah. 95 as well, Kansas City Royal John Noonley was the 70th to hit on his first at-bat.
Wow.
Okay. We also have longest sausage ever at 28.77 miles wide in Kitchener, Ontario. Yeah, well, like, the first thing I thought was, like, maybe it's going to be a big sausage, but, like, is it 28 miles long?
No, that's weird.
No, hold on. I'll show you. It's a normal sized sausage. It's not this one. Sorry, that's the wrong one. This one. So they just loop it. They just, like, when you have a hot dog thing and it has, like, that automatic cutter.
Yeah.
They just got rid of the cutter. They just kept feeding it, and then they just made a loop. So that's one sausage, just looped 1,000,001 times, and it's 28.77 miles long. So there you go.
Wow.
28.77 miles of sausage in one photograph. It's crazy.
Eat up.
Yep.
Where's the bun?
Yeah. 97, Chemical Weapons Convention of 93 came into force. Agreement outlawed production, stockpiling, and use of chemical weapons among its signatories. And I wonder if the U.S. is a signatory, because if we are, then we have to abolish Monsanto. So, 99, Avila TV tower near Belgrade was destroyed in NATO bombing of Yugoslavia. That's not good. 2002, the United States was re-elected to the United Nations Commission on Human Rights 1 year after losing its seat it had held for 50 years. Why did we lose our seats?
I have no idea.
Would it have been the invasion of Iraq, 2001, or was that not till 2003? When Operation Enduring Freedom or whatever it was. When was the second invasion of Iraq?
But that had nothing to do with human rights, war.
But why would we have been off?
I don't know.
I'm going to do a surface level scratch of this. Hold on. Give me a moment. Yeah. We're making good time here. We're already into 2000. We're 11 minutes out. United Nations Commission on Human Rights. Okay, well, this is... I'm not even sure if this is where... Yeah, this thing... AI is just telling me the same thing I just read. So, if anybody wants to look that up, let us know in the comments section. 2004, Dick Cheney and George W. Bush testified before 9/11 Commission in a closed, unrecorded hearing of the Oval Office.
Unrecorded.
I don't like that. Unrecorded, closed and unrecorded. I don't like that. We also have Oldsmobile built its final car, ending 107 years of production.
Yeah.
The final Oldsmobile was built in Lansing, Michigan, ending 107 years of vehicle production, an end of an era.
Olds 88.
Yep. Well, now they are Oldsmobile. So, 2005, New Zealand's first civil union took place. Civil union. What's that? Like a marriage or something? Or
Yeah, that's what it should be.
civil union. Is it? Civil union has been legal in New Zealand since April 26, 2005. What? So nobody got married before then? What? Oh, this is same sex.
Yeah.
This is homosexual marriage. Oh, okay, so instead of just calling it marriage, they just gave it another word, so it's all encompassing somehow. That's dumb. Just call it marriage, dude. 2005, Syria completed withdrawal from Lebanon, ending 29 years of occupation. Good. You know, get the hell out of there, occupiers. Syria completed withdrawal from, we got that one. 2007, Second Republic protest in support of state secularism was held in Istanbul, Turkey. 2012, what is secularism? Like, I've heard that word, but I don't really understand it. What's secular? Secular state? You know, like, I don't... it's a principle of seeking to conduct human affairs based on naturalistic considerations, uninvolved with religion. It is most commonly thought of as a separation of religion from civil affairs and the state, and may be broadened to a similar position seek to remove. So it's basically separation of church and state. If I'm reading this right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I guess.
Secularism may encapsulate anti-clericalism, atheism, agnosticism, naturalism, non-secularism, neutrality on topics of religion or anti-religion. So it is separation of church and state. Okay.
Separation of the church or religion, not the church, but of religion.
Yeah, of control. So Second Republic protest in support of state. So they're supporting separation of church and state in Turkey, which is a Muslim nation. You know, the religion is the government, right? Turkey is Islamic.
Yeah, but I think they have a government that doesn't. I'm sure they're all Muslim, but it's not run by, I don't know.
So it's not like a Sunni or a Shiite or anything like that.
Well, first off, it's turned Muslim much later than the region.
Well,
because it used to be part. It is still part of Europe.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I find it weird that Turkey's in NATO of all things, because they're not on the Atlantic anywhere near. So.
Well, it's all of Europe, and that all ties together. One, if you're
all of Europe is the EU. NATO is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Well, England's part of Europe, and they're not in the EU anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, they decided to get out, but England's in NATO. NATO is the North Atlantic. Yeah. Turkey does not touch the Atlantic.
It doesn't, but it's that region, European region, not each country. Now here we're so big that it's our country and Canada.
But we touch the Atlantic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, 2015. 2012.
But Europe touches the Atlantic.
Yes. Yeah, but Turkey does not.
No, but they're all little countries.
Yeah. Anyway, 2012 International Chemical Weapons Convention deadline for chemical weapons stockpiles came into effect. And going back to what you say, isn't Poland in NATO? And they're a landlocked country.
Yeah, they just got in not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who else is in NATO? Like a lot of people, but
almost Europe.
Yeah.
Europe. It was a way to tie.
Is Czechoslovakia in NATO?
No, most. Unless they're coming in recently, NATO combated. What do you call it over there?
The Warsaw Pact.
Yeah, thank you. Oh. And that was actually the Warsaw Pact was formed to fight NATO.
Yes. So So I'm looking at here. So see, because my argument is North Atlantic, the Atlantic Ocean. But we have this, we have this, we have this. So we have several landlocked countries. Poland right here being recent.
Yeah.
There's Turkey. So
well, you're missing my point. The point
no, I'm getting
being,
your points.
The point being,
I'm just being a semantic asshole.
Yeah, you didn't have to touch the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Because they look at Europe as a whole. That doesn't mean all the countries in Europe have joined, but they're eligible to join.
I see. Yeah. 2015, German measles was declared eradicated from North and South America, the first world region to do so. Get out of here, German measles. Go back to Germany, you measles.
Yeah, what are you doing over here?
Yeah. 2015, Indonesia executed 8 prisoners, including 7 foreigners, for drug offenses at Betsy Prison on the island of... Oh, goodness. Where is this? I want to show you this word that I'm about to read. Nusak Ambangan. Okay. We also have a baseball game between the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago White Sox set an all-time low attendance mark for Major League Baseball. 0 fans were in attendance for the game as the stadium was officially closed to the public due to the 2015 Baltimore protests. Wow. Wow.
Well, they were banned.
So they still played.
Yeah. Had to play the game
for the TV. Banned. So, 2018, animated series The Simpsons surpassed 635 episode count of Gunsmoke, highest number of episodes of any series on TV.
Wow. That's Gunsmoke. Had no idea.
Yeah. We also have a Spanish tennis great Rafael Nadal equaled his Open-era record for most wins at the same event, 11 at Monte Carlo, winning his 11th Barcelona ATP title. Nice. That guy kind of looks like freaking what former fuckerweight who led California. What's his name? Gavin Newsom. Doesn't he kind of look like Gavin Newsom? A little bit?
No.
I don't know.
I don't see it.
I don't know. What else do we got here? 2018, Sweden's official Twitter account confirms Swedish meatballs actually originated in Turkey. Huh.
Turkey balls.
Turkey meatballs. Whoa, wait, hold up a second. Like, don't be replacing my beef with turkey here. Okay? Okay?
I don't want turkey, give me beef.
2018, UK Home Secretary Amber Rudd resigned amid immigration scandal involving the Windrush generation. What's Windrush generation? Like, I don't know. 2019 as well, Indonesia announced a plan to relocate its capital from Jakarta due to the city sinking, according to a government minister. That would cause it.
Yeah.
You know, if it's sinking, leave. So, where'd it go? 2019 UK, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Is this it? No, that's sad. There we go. 2019 Islamic State released video showing leader Bakr al-Baghdadi for the first time in 5 years. Okay, to prove that he was alive, I guess.
I guess so.
We also have over 300 people declared to have died through overwork in Indonesia's one-day election on April 17th, with over 2,000 fallen sick. Wow. So like that sounds like the vote counters and all that stuff. They were being overworked and they died. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrible. Wow. We also have over 700 people were infected with measles in the U.S., the highest number for 25 years. Yikes. Sports Illustrated featured a Muslim model, Halima Alden, in a burkini, not a bikini, but a burki, like a burqa, burkini, for the first time in their swimsuit edition. I gotta show you this. This is a burkini. You know, it's a
burkini.
It's a bikini with a burqa. This is a burkini. Or something like that. Or is this it? Is this a burkini?
I guess.
It looks like a burkini.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So, anyway. What else do we got here? 2020, a mile-wide asteroid named 1998 OR2 passed within 3.9 million miles of Earth. Yikes! Holy fuck, dude. That's terrifying. We also have a fire at Incheon Warehouse, South Korea, killed 39 people, or 38 people, my bad. So, and yeah, like, remember that one jackass who set fire to the paper products and that the whole warehouse got burned down?
Yeah.
Apparently, like, there's other people who started doing that. Now there's warehouse fires. And, you know, copycat people and all that stuff. People are mad, dude. U.S. GDP fell 4.8% for the financial quarter, officially ending the country's growth streak. Worst contraction since 2008.
Gross domestic product.
Yes, GDP. So, 2020, world record for the longest single lightning flash of 477 miles or 768 kilometers across the U.S. state of Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, according to World Meteorological Organization. You tell me There's a lightning bolt that spanned over the airspace of 3 states. Are you kidding me?
That seems incredible.
That seems impossible. I need screenshots.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is this it right? Fuck. That's it right there.
Wow.
Mega flash lightning bolts. Holy goodness. Yeah, there it is. There's Louisiana here. Is that Alabama? I think. One of them is Alabama and Mississippi, I think. I don't know. There's Texas. I'm trying to see the outline here.
Yeah.
So it was mainly over the Gulf of America right over here.
Yeah.
So, yikes. What else do we got here? 2021. Brandon and First Lady Jill Biden visited former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer, and former First Lady Rosalind Carter at the Carter's home in Paris, Georgia. Carter, at the age of 96, did not attend the Biden's inauguration due to health concerns. Okay. We also have the world's longest pedestrian bridge at 516 meters, or 1,700 feet, opened inside Northern Portugal's Aruca Geopark. Let's see if I can look this up here. We are on our hour, but we are almost done. Why is your image search crap now, Acosta? What the fuck, man? Like, I want to see this bridge. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you really want to walk across that? I don't
know.
No,
I do not.
And then you get some idiot out in the middle swinging.
Shoot them immediately. 22. We're going to be talking about another bridge here soon, and that one's even worse somehow. 2022, London court sentenced retired tennis star Boris Becker to 2.5 years in prison for hiding assets during bankruptcy proceedings.
Oh, man.
That's dumb. So,
yeah.
We also have a 6-story building collapse in the Chinese city of Changsha, killing 26, with one woman surviving 6 days in the rubble. Freaking Iron Man, dude. Like, well, I mean, like, I make that joke because the periodic table of elements, the symbol for iron is Fe, female Iron Man. Surviving 6 days under rubble? Man, tough as nails, lady. Yeah. We also have, here we go, the world's longest glass-bottomed bridge.
Oh, no.
The Bach Long of the White Dragon, 632 meters long, opened in Moc Chau Island Mountain Park and Resort in Vietnam.
Oh, Vietnam.
So, let's take a look at this here. If it's gonna, nope, no images. So be thrilled. Let's check this here really quick.
No images, bummer.
Yeah, well, on the search, is this? Here we go. Buck.
Glass bottom.
Glass bottom.
That's what I want to see.
There you go.
Oh,
so the pathway is glass. The bottom of the bridge is there. There it is.
Yikes!
Is it not? Is it not scary enough, you lunatics? We also have 2023 72-hour ceasefire in Sudan broke down between the Sudanese army and paramilitary rapid support forces as air and artillery struck on Khartoum resumed. That's not good. 2023 country singer Willie Nelson hosts first of 2-night 90th birthday concerts for himself at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, California. Yay! Guest performers included Lyle Lovett, Neil Young, Snoop Dogg, George Strait, Roseanne Cash, Chris Christopherson, Nora Jones, Chris Stapleton, Beck, Eddie Brickell, Tom Jones, and Ziggy Marley, among others. That's a hell of a lineup there.
Yeah.
Just this time last year, Minnesota Wild Mark Andrew Fiore, at the age of 40, appeared in his record 18th Stanley Cup playoff, most for any NHL goaltender. Yeah. And last but not least, severe storms in western Pennsylvania left 400,000 people without power and killed 3.
Whoa.
Yikes. That shall conclude the show for today. Once again, please check the underbar description below. Double checking comments here really quick. Where'd Rumble go? There it is. All right. Yeah, double check check out the comment section, the underbar for any links that you may find interesting, including related to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion between 2 sources. Here is our 30-page documents that we went through today. The past hour and change, we've gone through this entire thing. So, in just a portion of that. So, please, I implore you, continue on your path of self-education. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I'm A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU. Thank you so much for coming in. And until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! And yeah.